3.3 Graphing linear functions. So we've kind of already talked about the different ways to graph. Now we're going to practice them a lot more. So let's graph using intercepts. Since we have practiced this, go ahead and pause it and try it on your own. Alright, so we have two intercepts, x-intercept and y-intercept. So the opposite of x is y, so we make y equals 0. So we have negative 2x plus 4 times y, which is 0, equals 8. So 2x, so we have negative 2x plus 0 equals 8. Divide by negative 2, we get x equals negative 4. So that point is negative 4, 0. So I go left 4. It's an x-intercept, that's why it's on the x-axis. Now we have the y-intercept. So the opposite of y is x, so we're going to make x equals 0. So we have negative 2 times x, which is 0, plus 4y equals 8. So we have 0 plus 4y equals 8. Divide by 4. We get y equals 2. So that point is 0, 2. So we go to 2 on the y-axis, and we connect those dots. Alright, example 2, let's find the y-intercept of each of these. So when it's in this form of f of x equals number x plus number, that's the same thing as y equals mx plus b. So we know the b is the y-intercept. So the number without x, that's the y-intercept. So that number is 9.2, so the y-intercept is 0, 9.2. Now go ahead and try it for b. Pause it and try for b. Alright, so for b, since it's in the form of f of x equals number x plus number, that's the same thing as y equals mx plus b. So we know our b is the slope, so that's 0, 2 over 3. Alright, let's graph using slope-intercept form. So to graph using slope-intercept form, that's y equals mx plus b. So we have to get it y by itself. So with our function, with our equation, we need to solve for y. So I'm going to subtract 2x. We're left with negative 4y equals negative 2x plus 12. And then we're going to divide everything by negative 4. So we have y equals 1/2 x minus 3, because 2 divided by 4, that's 1/2. So that means we have our slope of, it's the number with x, so 1/2, and then we have our b, which is negative 3, and that point is 0, negative 3. So you always plot the y-intercept first. So we go to 0, negative 3, and now we have a positive slope. So positive, we can go up and right, or we can go down and left. So at the start, I'm going to go up 1, right 2. Now I'm going to go back to the start, y-intercept, and I'm going to go down 1, left 2. So I have my 3 points, and you connect those dots. Graphing horizontal and vertical lines. So undefined slope is number over 0, and that's x equals a number. So it has an undefined slope, and it creates a vertical line. 0 slope, it has a slope of 0, that's 0 over a number, and it creates a horizontal line. So let's go ahead and graph special equations. So we have f of x minus 2 equals 3. That's the same thing as y minus 2 equals 3. So let's solve for the variable, add 2. We get y equals 5. So this is a special line because it's variable equals number. So I'm going to go to where y is 5, and I'm going to draw a line through the axis. Alright, so for b, we have x plus 1 equals 0, so I'm going to solve for the variable given, and that comes out to x equals negative 1. So since this is a special line, I'm going to go to where x is negative 1 and draw a line that goes through the x-axis. Alright, we have f of x plus 2x, so we have y equals 2x. Now, that is not a special line because it is y equals mx plus b. There's just no plus b, but there is. It's a 0. So that means our y-intercept is 0, 0. And our slope is 2 over 1. So there's a fraction. There's always a 1 under everything. So I can go up to right 1, or go back to the start and go down to left 1. Example 5. The yearly cost of tuition, in-state fees, and room and board for attending a public four-year time college can be estimated by the linear function c of x equals 639x plus 14,436, where x is the number of years after 2007 and c of x is the total cost. Use the function to approximate the yearly cost of attending a 4-year college in 2020. So we have 2020. That means how many years after 2007? So minus 2007, that's 13 years. That means x is 13. So let's plug it in. We have cost equals 639 times x, which is 13, plus 14,436. 639 times 13 is 9,009, plus 14,436. Add them up, and we get $23,445. So the average yearly cost of a 4-year is $23,445. So for B, use the function to predict in what year the yearly cost will exceed $25,000. So we're given the cost is $25,000, and we want to find the year that represents x. So we need to solve for x because it wants the year. So I'm going to subtract by 14,436. And when we do, we're left with 10,564 divided by 6. Oh, my bad. We're going to do that after. Equals 639x. Divide by 639. So we have 16.5 equals x, and we keep it at 16 because you can't do half of a year, so it's the 16th year. So 2007 plus 16, and we get 2023. So in 2023, the average cost of a 4-year university will be $25,000.